the exercise. Mr. Tiny, he wants to be included today. Oh, there he goes. So I'm making sure that I'm doing communication every day. And I would like to talk about everything I've written about, probably, and whatever else pops up into my head. Okay, I still have my inner voice encouraging me. And so I'm going to tell a story. More to do with comparing then and now, because I think that's good for me to try and point out what kinds of strengths are being developed in me now. Okay. Well, when I was in graduate school, I got so embarrassed putting that feather, the poem about the birds with the broken wings. It was the first poem I had ever written for I wrote it for Jonathan. And I was like embarrassed about all kinds of things because of, well, there were two aspects of that. Quit, Bertha. I do not want to be licked like that. There were two aspects of that. I was embarrassed because it was a lot of things were public, and then also because I wanted him to like me, and I didn't really know what to do. I was trying things. And so I think it was good for me today to have posted that and Yellow, Mr. Yellow and Blue poem about how much has evolved with the circumstance with Ren, because um, like you have to, I think you have to, it's not that you're comparing one person to another person, but you're comparing what is good for yourself in comparison to how you were at another point in time in your life. And if you can continue to point out where you're building up strength and be aware of where you felt like you were too weak a long time ago, then you have evidence that what you're doing and what the other person is deciding to do is working for for whatever the purposes are today. Okay. I really like that part about keep your focus in what is going on today, because I think that I'm completely, I wouldn't say completely, but I'm able to stay a lot more leveled out and optimistic. Quit, Chico. If you want food, get down and get it. Um, I'm able to stay a lot more optimistic and leveled out if I try and to pinpoint the things that are not kind of like non-issues today, if that makes sense. Quit, boys. Um, so let's see. I went through like what do I want to talk about? Oh, I went through that feeling of recognizing that every time somebody is singing a love song, they are more than likely singing that love song to a person they are in love with. And so when you open your eyes to that, I think it's helpful to be a little bit more respectful of that situation. And I don't know. Associations are weird things for sentimental value, because it's like you remember things that were part of your memory when that person is no longer with you and you slip it in there to find comfort. And maybe you needed that for whenever you were wanting to figure out love so much, but then that becomes something that you can't hang on to anymore. Stop it! Okay. Um, let's see, what else did I want to talk about? Oh, the timing of the casket song was like within a few days of my period. And so I think that intensified the amount of emotional experience that I had because of it. And I think probably, somebody knowing your schedule like that and being able to use that in a beneficial way to see how you're affected or influenced by that is probably also a strength building thing. So, um, so how do you keep yourself feeling good about yourself when, um, when you think your treasure is to have uh, experiences of love? How do you continue to do that? I'm learning and I'm figuring it out. If I look around and notice that I have built a garden and all those things are growing, and then I think about how I like the day that I picked my sugar snap peas and put them in the oven and ate them was like a super happy moment for me. And those kind of things, like I had never experienced eating food that I felt really happy about, and I felt happy about it because I tended to those sugar snap peas for so long, and they sprouted, and I got to eat them. I think I had 3 batches of them, and now I've got green beans everywhere, and I've got various other things growing, and those type of things are not little to me because I've put in the effort to work at it, and those are evidence to me that I am not sitting around wasting my life. It's like it's a very big thing to be evaluating what is a waste of time, and you have to be gentle with yourself to do that. You have to be gentle with yourself. So it's do you think that it's hard? Okay, this is a question to myself, see if I can answer it. Do you think it's hard to make something for somebody who doesn't respond to you and continue to keep trying without letting it get you down? Yes, it's hard. But you know what? After a while, you're like, if I feel like doing it, I will do it. If I don't feel like doing it, I probably shouldn't do it. But um, that's another strength building thing. It's like just that's very difficult. But I don't think you should let that stop you. The only thing that should stop you is if your heart's not in it. Um, there's like I have to tell myself to be honest because I have the inner voice in my head that talks with me, and that inner voice is not always out in the external in the external world. So if I get into a habit of trying to pretend like my inner voice is not really with me, and the the um that the things are not I like, I think that's deceiving myself, and that I need to remind myself of the truth, which is that I'm being encouraged from the inside, and that should I would think align with the outside. There should be a rule that's very important, that is, do not snuff yourself out, and do not snuff out like any part of love that's a part of yourself, because you don't want to edit yourself in that kind of way. Take it all in and figure out what is good. Okay? You have to evaluate what is good, even when you feel like you're a little bit, you know, have persevered for a very long time. Okay? But I don't know if I already talked about this, that the importance of staying with today and finding the importance of the activities and the things that you are trying to do today, and taking note of that and picking it apart and trying to figure out how you value it. And if you're not being able to do that every day, you're not getting the most out of your day. And I think that's important for me to do. Every single thing. What did I do? How is this improved upon my experience from before? How am I valuing myself? What can I do to continue to work on whatever areas that I feel dissatisfied with, and see what I can do to find at least some satisfaction every day, every day. And which ways can I figure out how to have loving connections? Those are important. I think there's just two main things that I can't stand the feeling of, and one is to feel like I'm in a pine box rotting away, and the other is to feel like I'm so focused on the future that I am not attentive enough to everything in my life right now. So that, like, is the type of attitude of when is it going to happen? Well, if that makes me feel like crap to be getting into that mentality, then I have to switch things up. And, you know, don't expect myself to be a Don Juan myself that's like able to seem so attractive all the time, because that's not possible. I don't think it's like it's not possible. So I don't really think that anybody can do that. The more you spend time with anybody, the more they seem like, I don't know, human. I don't know what else. But you know, anything that you feel like you're stressing out about can be easily knocked out of your way. I think that's just say, hey, hey, what am I stressed out about today? What can I do about it? Is it really any reason to be stressed out about it? Who really cares? What do I have to lose? And then do some kind of little made up exercise to, I don't know, see what happens about it. If you have nothing to lose, then what difference does it make? If you have nothing to lose, that means that you only can gain strength from this, from taking action about it. Wallowing in stress is not going to, especially when there's nothing to be. A lot of things probably nobody fucking cares about. It's just in your own mind that you care about it a lot, and so if you care about it a lot, do something about it. But anyway, let's see. I want to get back to work soon. So I think